welcome friends. I'm Smitha from the blog Smiling Colors, and in today's video we're going to explore the 10-pack of secondary colors. This is the Tombow USA Dual Brush Pen Pack. It comes packaged with 10 brush pens, and these are the colors included. Today I'll be sharing tons of inspiration and different projects and different ways that you can use these same set of 10 pens to create art in your journal. So let's get started. The newly repackaged secondary color palette has 10 brush pens, no blender pen included. The color selection is very rainbow-esque, but a muted rainbow, and these colors are perfect for fall and autumn. So let's start with an easy page and just doodle some pumpkins. We'll use each color of the markers included, and with the brush tip, all you need to do is add doodles of a pumpkin. I'm adding 3 to 4 sections and forming a pumpkinish shape. You want it to be kind of irregular, bumpy. It doesn't need to look perfect, and all the pumpkins don't have to match each other. You want to repeat this with all of the colors in the pack. And then on top we'll add a stalk using the brown color. The stalk actually makes everything look like pumpkins. Till then it kind of looks wonky, but the stalk defines them very nicely and you have these pumpkins on your page. You don't have to do this with just a secondary set. These pumpkin doodles are very simple and you can do it with any brush pens that you already own. On the facing page, I decided to letter a quote. You guys know that I love adding positive quotes to my bullet journal. Whenever I find myself in a creative funk, I always do this. I reach for a 10-pack of colors. The brush pen colors are already coordinated, they look beautiful together, and all of the color decision is already done for me. All I need to do is play with my pens then. So whenever I'm brush lettering a quote, I always think ahead. So I felt the word happiness needed to be centered, needed to be bold. So I lettered that one first and then moved up and filled up the other word. This way I know that I have everything centered and in place, and you don't really need to letter a quote in the order that the words come in. You can always mix and match fonts also, and just find a style that works for you. Now you guys know that I love using these brush pens for watercoloring. I love also creating color charts. Now all I need to do is apply the brush pen colors into the boxes of the color mixing chart and paint over it with water. The color mixing chart is a free download that you can find on my blog. I'll link it in the description box. I also have tips for printing on watercolor paper. I love creating the color mixing charts for all of my 10 packs. So at a glance, I can easily see all the color combinations that are possible with just 10 brush pens. These pens are so versatile, you can mix and make so many colors. And I love grabbing these when I have to go on a road trip, or maybe I'm sitting in front of the TV and working. I can just take a 10-pack of pens and I'm set. Now this watercoloring method of applying the brush pen onto the paper and painting over it with water, it works best with certain papers only. I find that watercolor papers and mixed media papers give me the best results. There are a lot of options out there, and I have a blog post again of all the papers that work best for me and I recommend. I'll leave a link to that also in the description box. Today I'm just painting simple leaves. All you need to do is choose one color of brush pen, draw some leaves onto the paper. It doesn't even have to be leaf shapes. You're just adding some color to the paper, and with your paintbrush or water brush, you paint over it and kind of drag the color to form the shape that you want. I'm adding layers of leaves, and when you do this, you want to make sure that you're adding very little water to the paper. If you add too much water onto the paper, all the leaves will just blend into each other. So add one color, paint over it, create leaves, and then add the next color on top, making sure that you're adding very little water to the paper. These overlapping leaves are so simple to paint, it's very satisfying as well, and it's such a colorful bookmark. I hope you create this again, and if you do, make sure to tag me on social media at Smitha. So if you don't have watercolor paper that works for this technique, I'll show you how you can also paint on any paper of your choice. Scribble your brush pen color onto the slick surface. And then with your paintbrush or water brush, you pick up the color and then paint onto your paper. So the watery effect and the watercolor effect is still there, but you can't really blend the colors on the paper. I'm using an Archer Olive dark gray journal here, and I'm applying color by using a blending palette. With this journal, you also want to make sure that you don't add too much water. If you add too much water, you'll see that the color bleeds a little bit and you don't get nice crisp lines. I just filled an ampersand shape here with tiny leaves, and you can see that the colors are slightly more muted here compared to when we applied the brush pen directly to the paper. So the colors in this indirect method, they vary a little bit, they're kind of watered down, but they're still vibrant and beautiful. And this is also a great way to do watercoloring in any notebook of your choice. You can do lettering like this, you can paint smaller things, and you can layer color on top of color as well. My final inspiration piece for you guys is a bullet journal spread. I've been enjoying bullet journaling, and this is a weekly spread that I created using the secondary pack. The colors are very vibrant, they're beautiful, and I enjoy them so much. And when I know that the colors are going to look good together, I just simply doodle and add color to the page, and the end result always makes me happy. Thanks so much for spending some crafty time with me today, friends. I'll try my best to link all of the products that I've used in today's video in the description box below, so check for links there. If you enjoyed today's video and if you want me to create more content like this, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. This helps me and the YouTube algorithm to know that you enjoy such videos. I'll see you guys again soon with another video. Till then, happy crafting!